Hey guys, today I'm going to be working on an Adobe Illustrator project, and I'm going to be working on this little heart-shaped thing, but everything here looks kind of like a fruit or some sort of plant because they're all plants. And well, you'll see in the description. I think I'm going to put it like down below in the description, or maybe on my Redbubble, or both, but yeah, that's all. That's what I'm going to be working on today. Alright, so I started off by making a basic shape and just rounding off the edges. And then you'll see that pretty soon I start to add some more shapes and then making them a little thinner as they go down. And I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a uniform slash organic look. And just this entire video is just going to be me showing off some of the stuff that I've learned in Adobe Illustrator, and then just kind of coming up with an end result that I think you'll all really enjoy. And I believe I put it up on Redbubble. Yeah, I put it up on my Redbubble. I don't know why I was having such a hard time making sure that was the right word I was using. That's like the only place I put anything up. But yeah, it's just me messing around with Adobe Illustrator, kind of figuring it out as I go along. So hope you enjoy. And right here, you see me doing a lot of like really crazy stuff with the shapes that I'm using, and that's because I was making like a really complex or really complicated shape, and I just wanted to make it look kind of like the internal organs of a person or some sort of creature, I guess. And I just wanted to make it look crazy, like the reference image. And you'll notice pretty soon up here I take a different approach with each stem that I make for the fruit. Like this one right here on the squiggly part, I just kind of pieced together. The one on the big section in the center, I ended up making it out of it's like a rectangle and two circles. And then right here, I ended up just kind of going freeform with it. And I like this one the best of all three, but I kind of just wanted to keep them like that to kind of show the different stages that I've used, or the different methods that I've used. And it'll just kind of, I don't know, I just really enjoyed this whole process. And these colors that I chose for the shapes originally were just going to be placeholders, but I ended up liking them so much that I just went with it. And you'll also see right here, I was trying to make a pattern to go into the pink shade. It's all just a wasted effort, but I also wanted to leave it in here just to be like, or just to show you guys how to make a pattern. It's all really, really fast. You could probably slow it down and be able to find out how I did this, but yeah, it was all taught to me by my friend, who I will probably link in the description again, because she does amazing work, and probably wouldn't have met her if it wasn't for the class that I took. And I only took the class because I was doubting what I wanted to do for my future plans. But that's enough about, you know, why I took the class, what I did, and whatnot. Enjoy the next enjoy the rest of the video until the next time I cut in. Yeah. As I already said, I took a different approach with each different stem and just kept them there as reference for later. But you'll see pretty soon I end up combining all of the shapes. What I did was I copy and pasted it into a different layer and then lined it up and made it all just one big shape, and made the edges bigger. And I just made it all one shape just in case, made it all just one continuous line, so the thickness of the lines translated into the image that's laying over it. And then I added a third background, which was that bam kapow background. And for that one I made a different shape. No, I made a different pattern, and it all looks, it's gonna look kind of brickwork, but the way I made it was I just made a few ovals. You'll see it pretty soon. I just made a few ovals and kind of worked with that. I didn't like the first oval because it was too big, and I kind of wanted to work on a smaller type of grid, and that's what I did. I zoomed in a lot and then used the arrow keys to make sure everything was as precise as possible. And then I went back, selected everything, and made it bigger. Then I turned it into a pattern. And if you watch closely enough, like I said earlier, you can probably make out how I do it. So it ended up looking like brickwork. I was kind of looking for a squished polka dot type of look, but I didn't add enough space in between. I really enjoy it still, so I kept it there. I probably could go back and make it like red or pink or something. And if I do, I'll like update it on my Redbubble account. So right now I'm adding in some some lighting effects, and then I'll add some shadows in later. And this is just because I felt like it looked a little too flat, and I wanted it to look like it had some sort of depth. And you'll also see on the right hand section in that little box, I added that arc into the box. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to be able to go back and then just drag it from the little toolbox into whatever I'm working on, because I work with a lot of round shapes. You'll see that in, again, my Redbubble. Man, I'm really plugging my Redbubble today. But yeah, you'll see that I use a lot of round shapes, and I just wanted to make it easier. And Adobe Illustrator, not sponsored because I'm not a big enough channel to be sponsored, but Adobe Illustrator is really great about knowing that an artist wants to go back and reuse some of their stuff, or a digital artist wants to go back and reuse some of their stuff, which makes it really cool. And that's how I got the Bam Kapows. I did that from an earlier thing. And right here I'm adding shading, and the way I'm doing the shading is I'm taking the shape, isolating it, and copying and pasting it a little off-centered from the original shape, and then I'm going back into that shape selection or shape creation tool, and I'm selecting just that section that was on the original shape in the original position of the shape, and copying that, and then just undoing everything, and then you can just go back and paste it into the same spot and make it black and change the transparency to however you see fit. You can see I'm doing it again with this one, and I'm just now, while I'm watching this, I'm realizing I didn't have to copy and paste. I could have just I could have just taken it out of the isolation mode and then gone back and edited it. But hey, I'm still learning. Alright, so once I start finishing up the shading on this tube thing, I end up going back and doing a little bit of line work with the edges. You'll see pretty soon, but I just kind of wanted to stress the, I don't want to say work because then it makes it sound like I'm being kind of whiny. I just kind of wanted to stress the importance of going in and making sure all of the edges are not clippy, like when you zoom in here, it looks kind of like it was clipped together because of the hard edge of the line against the pointed edge of the shape, and you'll see that right here. So I kind of went back and tried to fix as much as I could, and you'll see once I go back into it, it doesn't matter unless you zoom in, because once you zoom in is when you can see the imperfections. But you won't notice it unless you like zoom in and examine the whole thing. And I just wanted to kind of like put that out there. So this is the finished product. Finished. Ugh. I'm having way too much trouble talking today. So yeah, that's the finished product, and let me know how you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if I should do more of these kind of videos. I'm probably still going to do a few more, but if you guys don't enjoy them, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. I might even do 2 videos that week, just so you guys can see something like gaming or something. But yeah, video, that's that's the video for today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, link to my Instagram and my Redbubble are gonna be in the description, as well as my friend's Instagram and my friend's Redbubble, because she's been a lot of help to me. She's been kind of teaching me how to do stuff, and yeah, basically that's gonna be it for today, and hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.